Today on EA Sports. It's week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Tigers taking on the Sacramento Condors.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Sacramento Condors and the Chicago Tigers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They coming off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing, Cook. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was that we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Cook. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 93 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This is a 26-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
On 2nd and 10, Cook. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Cook. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Cook now, throwing on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cook. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Off play action. Cook. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. And his kick is good. And with it, they have taken the lead. So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. But that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Chicago offense set to get started. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's out. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On second down and 4, Cook. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. To throw is Cook from the gun on third down, and that is incomplete. Fourth down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt, and his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's coming off his second interception of the game already. And remember, he was bit by the interception bug last week. He threw 2 there as well. So things trending poorly right now as he starts again here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Price. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moss. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses, It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he puts it through. It's a 10-8 game now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Cook.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Cook on 1st down. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's going the other way. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
They'll look to throw here, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's now 13-8.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Cook on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cook, he finds his man, complete. It's Rhodes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw again. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Now Cook throwing on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cook. And this one complete to Smith. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll look to throw again. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cook. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. On the give, this is their fullback. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this 1st half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. The Bears had too much talent to finish the way they did, as a Week 17 victory can only get them to 6-10 with one game to go. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. 21-18, your final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Cook. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cook. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
A try here for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Cook. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Cook. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Cook. His throw caught right around the 6. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Tigers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. And on now is the punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short.
Operating from the gun. Cook. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's the option, running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
He'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Chicago offense set to get started. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Cook. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Cook now to throw on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Price. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been stymied left and right. Converted only 1 time. This will be 3rd and a mile. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Second and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 57 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Operating from the gun. Cook looking middle, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. Operating from the gun. Cook. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now second down. Operating from the gun. Cook. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Back to throw. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. He's back to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And they will take a knee here. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Sacramento,
they avoid that 10th loss and move to 7-9 on the year.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.